Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to discuss module number 7, which is available energy and exergy. So this is the very important chapter, I am telling you literally. So these three terms, availability, available energy and exergy, these are synonymous term. These are all synonymous term. These are all the same. That means a one person have a different name. Someone that person at home calling different name, and same person at office calling a different name. That person is with the friend calling his different name. So but the person is same. So these three are the different name, but the things are same. That means these are a synonymous term, and this is a very important aspect of a second law, right? So first of all, we already told you 10 to 20 times like that. What is the first law? First law of thermodynamics. So first law gives two different status of energy, right? First status is what is point function status, and second is path function status. What gives the path function status? The path function status gives work and heat, which is a transient form of energy. That means which should cross the system boundary. So this is the path function. But other status is a point function status, but they are energy. Point function status, they are also energy, but it is a point function, which like property of the system, right? Point function status is also a like energy, which is a property of a system, which is a point function, which is stored within the system. And these are, what is these are? These are internal energy. So first law gives two status of energy. One is the point function energy, which is internal energy stored within the system, point function. And the second status of energy is the path function status, which is nothing, which is heat and work. So first law tells the difference between. So what is first law tells? The first law tells the difference between heat and work. That means a difference between two path function energy. That means heat and work interaction during the process is that energy which is stored in the system. Why? Because we know that, what is that? dq, first law of thermodynamics, what is, we know that dq is equal minus dw is equal to du. We know that. So this is your path function and this is your point function. So the difference between heat and work interaction in a process is that energy which is stored in the system, which gives the status of a point function, right? So first law gives the birth of two status of energy. So what gives the first law? Gives the birth of two status of energy. In which form? A one is the point function form, other is the path function form, right? One is the point function energy, other is the path function energy, right? Now what is the second law gives? The second law gives the directional constraint as far as mutual convertibility between the heat and work in a continuous cyclic process. That means the second law gives the information of conversion of heat into work or work into heat, right? In a directional manner in a continuous cyclic process. What is heat? What is that? Heat can never be converted completely into a work for a continuous cycle process, even in an ideal case. So what is say that? Second law, what is say that? Second law say that mutual convertibility of heat and work according to directional constraint. So what is say that heat can never be converted totally into work. That means heat can never converted into work during a cycle. Even the cycle is ideal, it is not converted totally, but in ideal case, but work can be continuously converted, into heat in an equal amount, of heat. Work can be converted into heat, in an equal amount of heat during a cyclic process. So during a cyclic, we know that work is converted totally into heat. But the first lie say that for a cycle, heat will converted into work is converted into heat. Why? Because there is a conservation of energy. But the second law gives the directionality. That means though work will converted into heat completely during a cycle, even there is an ideal case or non-ideal case, but heat can never be converted completely into work. So what is that? If there is a cyclic process, if there is a cyclic process, right? Cycle, it's take heat. Let's suppose this cycle takes heat and produce work. What is that? When and produce work. So from the second law of thermodynamics, work always less than heat. That means heat can never completely convert it into work. Another cycle, if you take same cycle and you give work to this cycle and convert into heat, so it is completely, that means work is equal to heat, so it completely convert into heat. But this heat, when we convert heat into work, these are not converted completely, so some heat will reject, right? So due to this basic situation, that means mutually convertibility, either heat into work or work into heat, these are the basic situation. We defined two grade of energy. Two grade of energy. What is that? One is high grade energy, and other is low grade energy, right? So what is the high grade energy and what is the low grade energy? See, when someone will ask you what is the high grade energy, don't say always work. High grade energy and low grade energy, differentiation of high grade energy and low grade energy is that the high grade energy, that means this is a high grade energy is completely converted into low grade energy, but low grade energy can not completely converted into high grade energy. So according to this situation, what is the high grade energy? Work is the high grade energy. Why? Because it will completely converted into heat, and work is a high grade energy. And what is the low grade energy? Heat is the low grade energy. Why? Because heat can never be converted into work. One other example is that if we stir the system, that means if you have a fluid in a container, this is your fluid in a container, right? If you stir it, so when you stir, that means what is give? You give a W shaft input to the work, and this input to the work, when if you stir the system, its property will change, and due to change its property, its internal energy increase, and that internal energy is transfer into heat. That means this internal energy will increase and the temperature will increase. So the temperature increase, heat will loss, heat will transfer, right? So that work input is totally converted into heat. But if you see, if you the same container of the same fluid, and if you there is a stirrer which is at rest, now if you find what is the work output, so if supply same amount of work heat, so it is possible that it is a stirrer, that means it is rotate. No, not rotating. That means the work shaft is zero. So heat will never completely convert into work, partially or totally, but work completely converted into heat. So if you giving a work, equal amount of heat will supply if there is a non-insulated, but if you giving a heat, you can never achieve that the stirrer will rotate, so work is zero. So heat is a low grade energy, but work is high grade energy, right? So up to this we can understand that what is the low grade energy and what is the high grade energy. Now see, we know that internal energy, it is two form of energy. One is the, we know that internal energy is point function, right? So internal energy is the one, is the mechanical form of energy, which is what is like kinetic energy and potential energy, right? And other is intermolecular energy, like chemical energy or energy due to increase its temperature, right? That means because of intermolecular energy, why the intermolecular energy denoted by U, right? So intermolecular energy why come into picture? Why? Because the system temperature, chemical bonding of the energy of a system, like fuel is the intermolecular energy, have a chemical energy, right? This energy, this intermolecular energy is also stored within the system, this is also stored within the system as a point function, like system temperature, chemical energy, right? So point function, this is also low grade energy, but if you discard the mechanical energy, that means if you don't want that the mechanical energy, this is a high grade energy, like mechanical energy is a high grade energy. That means mechanical form of energy, which is also a internal energy, it is a point function energy, but it is a high grade energy. That means the grade of this energy is high, but there is a other part of internal energy which is the form of intermolecular energy, like system temperature, which is the system temperature, due to the system temperature, and chemical bondage energy. These all are the intermolecular energy which also is stored within the system because it is a system property. point function, but these are the low grade energy, like a fuel. Fuel, it is what? Mechanical energy, intermolecular energy. Fuel is a intermolecular energy, and fuel have a stored energy. In which form of energy? Chemical energy. But this fuel, if you burn this fuel, it can never achieve completely as a work. Some energy will lost to the surrounding, thermodynamics. So this is a low grade energy, right? So what is that? We can say that low grade energy, like heat, low grade energy like heat, and one is the low grade energy is the heat. It is a not a property, it is a transient phenomena, it is a boundary phenomena. So one of the form low grade energy heat, and other is stored intermolecular energy. Stored intermolecular energy, these are the low grade energy. If we convert, continuous converting through a cyclic process, continuous converting through a cyclic process, continuous converting through a cyclic process. If you continuous convert, so if you continuous, we convert it to a cyclic process, so it gives two status of energy. One is the continuous converted energy. So during low grade energy will continuous converted through a cycle. So we want a heat will supply to a system for a continuous converting. So heat is converted into work, it is converted into work, and if you want that a maximum work, if you want then the maximum work, so the cycle is a reversible. So if continuous cyclic process, so we want that maximum amount of this low grade energy, of this energy obtainable as work, as work. So this is the maximum amount of energy obtainable as work, and other sense minimum amount left as a low grade energy, minimum amount of energy left as low grade energy, right? Minimum amount left, because low grade energy can never be completely, this will happen. Why? Because low grade energy can never be converted into total amount of work. Though there is a reversible cycle, so we can convert only maximum amount. So minimum amount must be left as a low grade energy with respect to, very important, with respect to surrounding. These both are respect to surrounding. These are respect to surrounding. So surrounding is a very important role play. So this maximum amount of energy obtainable as a work is called availability, available energy, or energy of low grade, energy of this low grade, energy of this, energy of this low grade, or also called exergy, and this gives the work potential. That means work potential is the always maximum amount of obtainable work from the low grade energy. And what is this? This is your non available energy or non availability or energy. So this is your energy, right? Okay. So unavailable energy. So this is your non-available, yeah, unavailable energy. So this is your unavailable energy. Energy is the portion of energy, portion of energy, which portion of energy? Low grade energy. Which portion of energy that cannot, that cannot be converted into the work by even work by even reversible cycle. That means this must be rejected. So if you want that, if you have a total energy which is in the form of low grade, which form either heat or intermolecular energy, U, intermolecular energy, will, if you convert this low grade energy, so the sum portion, that means this is your portion, so some portion is energy, yeah, exergy, available energy, and other is unavailable energy, and other is unavailable energy. This is your unavailable energy. This unavailable energy, this is the status of energy. This is a status of energy. That means unavailable energy is the status of energy at which we can never extract further work. That means this is completely wastage, right? So this is not due to the friction or irreversibility within the system. This is the portion of heat which is rejected, due to extraction, during the extraction of maximum work. Why? Because you have a total energy and you have a cycle is even reversible cycle, even reversible cycle. So even reversible cycle, this maximum amount of work will extract, W max, right? But some portion of energy will be, so the portion of energy that cannot be converted to work by even a reversible cycle. That means this will totally wastage. It will never convert. It will never convert. So this is your unavailable energy. We can see this by a one of a example like that. See example number 1. What is that? See there is a consider a large furnace that can transfer heat. So if there is a large furnace, so consider a furnace, it is just like a source. This is a furnace and its temperature 1100 Kelvin is given. So consider a large furnace that can transfer heat at a temperature at a steady state. Transfer heat, it will transfer heat. How much? 3000 kilowatt, right? Transfer heat. So the question is, what is the rate of exergy flow? Exergy flow associated with this heat transfer, right? Okay, so assume, we know that there must be a surrounding, so we assume that. Why? Because if the surrounding will suffer, it must be the exergy flow associated with is different. We can see here. So if we want exergy flow, that means a maximum amount of obtainable work, that means work potential, then the furnace, see, the furnace is the example of model as a heat reservoir that supply heat at a constant temperature. The exergy of this heat energy is the useful work potential. So what is the exergy of this? So exergy, what is the exergy of this heat is the work potential. Work potential, what is that? That is maximum amount of work possible to extract it. Maximum amount of work extracted from it. So if a maximum amount of work extracted from it, this corresponds to the amount of work that a reversible heat engine operating between the furnace and environment temperature, right? So if we put a heat engine here, which is in a cycle reversible, so this is your maximum work obtained, right? So this is your maximum work obtained, and we know that there is a unavailable energy which is never, and this is your surrounding temperature T naught. This is unavailable energy. So what is the work maximum? This is nothing, this is QH minus QL. So we know that what is the maximum? This is the exergy. This is your exergy when this is a reversible maximum amount of work. So we know that thermal efficiency maximum, when it is operating on a reversible cycle. When it is operating on a reversible cycle, what is the efficiency? T naught by TH, right? So if you put all this value, this is your 0.729. That means 72.9% of this heat will convert in maximum amount of work. That means that is heat engine can convert at best 72.9% of the heat received by the furnace. Thus the exergy of this furnace is equivalent to the power produced by the reversible engine. So exergy of this furnace is equivalent to the power produced by the reversible heat engine. And what is that? W max is what? W reversible, and W reversible is what? N thermal reversible into Q in. Why? Because we know that W thermal is what? W max by Q in, and if there is a maximum, so there is a maximum. So what is the maximum? W max is equal to Q in into N thermal max. So this is so what is N thermal max? This is 0.729 into what is the heat supply? 3000. So it is 2187 kilowatt. So this maximum amount of work, so this is a work potential or exergy या availability, right? So if 72.9, so if 72.9% of this heat will converted into of work, which is maximum, so what is left? 27.1% of this heat is transferred. 27.1% of the heat transfer from the furnace is not available to doing work, right? So what is the left? 27.1% is what? Heat transfer from the furnace is not available for doing work. So the portion of energy that cannot be converted of work, so we cannot be converted, not be converted to work. If you not converted to work, that type of work is known as, that type of energy is known as unavailable energy. Very important. That means this energy will not converted into the work. And unavailable energy is the simple. What is that? This is the simply difference between total energy of the system at a specific state, total energy of the system at a specific state minus exergy of that energy. So this is total energy minus exergy. So what is the total energy here? The total energy is here 3000 minus what is the exergy? What is the exergy? Exergy is, what is the exergy? Exergy is 2187. So this is known as unavailable energy, UE. So this is your unavailable energy, which is never perform the work potential. It will waste to the surrounding, right? So this is all about unavailable energy, available energy, exergy, this term, right? Okay, thank you.